score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Allen, the man in motion left. Herbert on 1st down now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
The Chargers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now Rodgers, a free play.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joey get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
They got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. Forced out to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he's
is going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got Fuller. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Herbert now. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Steps away.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. A still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Eckler now between the tackles. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Rodgers. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down, it's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. Herbert. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams.
not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Hopkins with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, Jones. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Rodgers to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. He's got room at the 30. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tunyon
Raiders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at